Do you know, or how do you know, where you should be investing your lead generation budget for the rest of 2018? How do you know? I'm going to share with you the top 5 places that you as a real estate agent should be putting your lead generation budget into and why they are the top 5. This is going to allow you to completely ignore all of the shiny object vendors, all of the lead aggregators, everything else, because you're going to know exactly where you should be spending your money to get the biggest return, the biggest bang for your buck. That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm Christina with Leads and Leverage, and I help real estate agents create more time. Yeah, create more time, make more money, and enjoy every single step of the journey. Today, I'm going to talk with you about the 5 places that you should be investing your real estate budget, specifically your lead generation budget. Now, there are 2 different budget categories under marketing. One is actually lead generation. That's what we're going to talk about today. But the other is the branding or exposure or name recognition. Now, I put quotes around all of those because, well, those are kind of the areas where we think we are actually creating, spending money on marketing, but we're not. We're actually throwing it away. But here's the thing, that branding, name recognition, exposure, those are often things that you would almost like donations, where you would support Little League, or you would go and sponsor a Humane Society event or something like that. Those are not lead generation. Those are what I kind of feel, I kind of categorize them as feel good give back. And they do give you a little bit of community involvement recognition. And so those are things that you should be doing. Absolutely. If you're living in your community, you're involved in your community, you should be doing that, you guys. You absolutely should be doing that. However, we're talking about lead generation today. And I want to actually show this. I forgot to put this up for you. If you want, I actually have the download to all the resources that I'm going to be talking about today, checklist download, and the full training article that I have written for you and published for you on this that you can go back and review. I will have all of that sent over to you. If you guys would just type below in the comments, if you're watching this on Facebook, type below in the comments, send me this stuff. So, I'm just going to just type. I'm going to put this in right now. Send, just a minute, type, send me this stuff. And I'll send all resources and checklists to you. I'm going to add that in. I'm going to show it right now so you guys can see it. All right, so if you want me to send that over to you, it'll be a link to the training article. And in the training article, there's actually a link to download the list of the 5 things that we're going to talk about. Now, let me make sure I'm very, very clear about this, okay? There are 2 subsets of your marketing budget for your real estate business. The first subset is your lead generation one. That's the important one. Okay. The second subset is the one, like I said, the branding, the name recognition, the exposure, the et cetera, things like that. So yes, you need to be doing that. That's your community involvement stuff. That's your banners on the baseball games. That is your sponsoring, park and rec. That's all that kind of stuff. Okay. You need to be doing that. Absolutely. Especially wherever your passions lie. If you have a passion for animals, if you have a passion for kids, whatever that is, you need to be doing that. Absolutely. That is not what we're talking about today. Okay. So that is separate. What I'm talking about today is your lead generation. This is how you're going to grow your business. This is going to how you scale it. This is how you're going to make money, right? So that you can do more of those passion things. I'm assuming that's your goal, to feed your family, clothe yourselves, put a roof over your head, and put your money where you have a passion to put it. Whether, again, that's animals, that's kids, that's the arts, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But we need to make money first. So we're going to talk about these 5 areas. When we're talking about lead generation. We're actually talking about building your list. Okay, I've talked about this a lot, and I'm going to be doing a video every single day in the month of August. And I realize today is July 31st, but I kind of already started this week, but I'll be doing a video every single day. It's going to be about all of these things that you guys need about your Facebook lead generation and your email marketing and all of this stuff, because I want you guys to go into the rest of this year, the second half of this year, the part of the year where we tend to start to get a little sick to our stomach because we know that the busyness of the summer is not going to extend. And so we need to ramp this up now. That's what we're going to work on. So there's 5 areas you need to be putting your lead generation budget. And I can tell you right now that not a single one of them will be going to a real estate specific vendor. You will not be sending money to Zillow or any other lead aggregators. That is not putting money into your lead generation budget. Here is what I have seen. I realize that there are people who get business from paying for things like Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com. I realize there are agents that do that. However, this is what I've seen behind the scenes of both individual solopreneurs and big teams. They dump money into these sources and then don't ever convert the leads. Like they don't actually contact the leads. What they're dumping money into and hoping for is, oh, hey, some one random lead is actually just going to call them and want to buy or sell real estate. Now, almost like just a sign call. You put a sign out there, you get a call, boom, you got a lead. Not the way online lead generation works. We want it to, but that's not the way it works. So we're going to talk about the things that you need so that you can, number 1, capture leads. Number 2, convert leads. Number 3, close leads. Capture, convert, and close. Those are the 3 things that you need to be focusing on, okay? All right, so let's talk about the 5 areas, the 5 places that you need to be putting your lead generation budget. The very first place is a Facebook budget. I know. You're like, well, what about Instagram? What about Pinterest? What about all this other stuff? Everybody says I'm wasting time on Facebook. Other people say I should just pay for a vendor to do Facebook for me. No, there are things about Facebook that you can outsource, but you have to understand how you're going to make it work for you, because just running ads doesn't work. Not over the long haul. You need to have a budget to put into Facebook. If that means you've got $1 a day to put into Facebook, then guess what? You've got $1 a day. Now, it's harder and takes longer to start out like that, but you can do it. But you need to have a budget for your Facebook ads. And I mean, when I say a budget, I mean like something consistent, not like, oh, I had a closing, so I've got $500 now. Let's spend it all this week. No, you need to have a budget going over time. If your only source of income is your real estate business and you do not have enough transactions to continue budgeting to keep building your real estate business, you need to go get a side hustle so that you can continue building your real estate business. I know I'm one of those, like I'm like the antithesis of all of the other people in the real estate industry who are like, you need to be in it full time and do this. But guys, if you can't afford the marketing budget that you need to have in this, then you need to go find a way to get a side hustle, drive Uber, do something to get a side hustle to help grow this business for you. You can bootstrap it, but you got to have income coming in to bootstrap. Yeah, get that? So Facebook budget, you got to have a Facebook budget. If you want to generate high quality action taking leads, you must absolutely have that in there, period. Number two is training. You need to actually invest in training. And I am not talking about going to conferences that a whole bunch of gurus or top producers get up there and tell you 50 different things that you need to do for your business. That just creates a big headache. That creates confusion. That creates a nightmare, because let's just face it. Most of the teachers that are up there that haven't been in real estate don't understand the business. They're just teaching based on I don't know what, based on whatever their expertise is, but it's not being a real estate agent, living the life, growing their business that way. Most of the teachers have never even had to like start and launch and like feed themselves from their own business. They're hired by training companies. So most of them that are on, I'm talking about platforms. This is not all. I know a lot of teachers were not like that, but I just want to let you guys know that when you've got vendors that are teaching you stuff, as far as like teaching you how to do stuff, most of those people teaching it, they're teaching a prepackaged thing. They're not teaching from experience. So just be aware of that. I'm also not talking about the top producers. I put quotes around that because the definition of top producer is pretty loosey-goosey. So let me just say that when top producers get up there and tell you, oh, I did this awesome amazing expired thing, and here's what I did, so follow that. And then somebody else gets up there and said, oh, here, I did this awesome, amazing open house thing, so here's what I did, follow that. And then another one gets up there and they said, oh, here's what I did with this awesome, amazing customer service or customer appreciation thing, so here's what I did with that. And then pretty soon you've got 50 of those. And pretty soon you got 50 things you're doing. But I'm going to tell you right now, you'll fail because every single one of those top producers that got up there, they actually did one thing, focused on one thing really well and grew it, and then added another layer and then grew that and then added another layer. They did not go to a conference like this and try to implement everything. No, that is not the kind of training I'm talking about. I am talking about understanding the strategy behind everything that you're doing, the strategy behind your lead generation for your business. The strategy behind knowing the gaps in your business, where the holes are in your business, and then finding the piece, not band-aids, but the pieces to plug in there, whether that is a person or a software or just a task. It doesn't matter what that is you gotta understand all of that. So much of the time we get in real estate and we're told to, well, you need to be spending time on money-making activities, and Facebook is not a money-making activity, or email is not a money-making activity. And I'll tell you right now, I will go head to head with any real estate guru that gets up there and no, yes, that is. Absolutely, yes, it is. That is how we did over 4,000 transactions in less than 18 years. I have the experience. I have the proof to prove it, the stuff to prove it. And that's why we were able to do hundreds of transactions while everybody else was dying during the quote unquote recession, because I invested my time in our website. Because I knew it was a money-making activity. I invested my time in email marketing because I knew it was a money-making activity. I did not outsource certain things. I learned the strategy. I learned how to leverage it. And then, and only then, did I outsource the task of it. But if you're going to build know, like, and trust relationships online, guess what, guys? You have to be involved. You cannot outsource it to a VA in the Philippines or India or wherever. You have to do it. Anne absolutely understands the value of blogging, the value of email marketing, the value of Facebook. Absolutely, Anne, because it literally, that's how you build relationships online. That is how you literally, I'm saying literally a lot. We've been talking about the real meaning of that, but in our family with our kids, because they say it all the time. So the thing is that I lost my train of thought with that. Boop, sorry about that. You need to actually be understanding how to extend relationships and create and grow them so that you get come list me calls. So that you're building relationships on a one-to-many scale so that you're not constantly having to go door knock for each sale. That is the kind of training that I'm talking about. Okay. Training on how to actually grow a business, not training on how to use a software, not training on how to use a vendor's tool, not training on how to hire a lead aggregator, not training on here, I'm this guru, I did this and blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about knowing and understanding how to build a business, specifically a real estate business, and how to move it forward online. Number 3. So I'm kind of on a rant too. Gosh, golly, you guys, you're getting me on a lot because I'm hearing a lot of people outsourcing the health of their business, the growth of their business, like the very essence of their business. And they wonder why they're failing. Like they're outsourcing it to somebody who they think knows how to do Facebook marketing because they think, oh, they're a millennial. They're on Instagram all the time, or they're on Facebook all the time. I've hired my 24-year-old or whatever to do my Facebook because they're on it all the time. Well, being on it and snapping and chit-chatting with influencers is not the same thing as lead generating to sell a $500,000 house. Not even close. Like, not even close. So if you're outsourcing your Facebook because you don't want to learn it, you either need to get out of the business or rethink your mindset and go, okay, all right, this is the new world. I need to at least understand the strategy. You don't have to know all of the tech, but you do need to understand the strategy of how it will be used. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. Number 3, landing page software. You need to invest in landing page software, specifically lead pages. Specifically lead pages. No, there is not a real estate specific landing page software that does a better job than lead pages. You need lead pages, flat out. That's what you need. You cannot drive people to your website. Not for this, not if you're going to capture the leads. Your list building, remember you're capturing, you need landing page software, very specific. Number 4, you need a website. However, you need a website that is mobile responsive. You need a website that is lead capture optimized. You need a website that is content marketing focused. You need a website built on WordPress, not customized. You need a website that you own that is not on a proprietary software. A lot of the real estate vendors, they're on proprietary softwares. You don't want to do that. You want to be on WordPress and you want to be able to add, edit, etc. Do whatever you want and own as much of that website as you can on your own. All right. Number 5, you need, this is the 5th one, you need email marketing software. I am not talking about Top Producer, RealVolve, Contactually, Lion's Desk, Follow Up Boss. Bleh. I'm not talking about those. Those are your database. That's your CRM. I'm talking about email marketing software like MailChimp or Entreport. Very specifically, you could even use ActiveCampaign or ConvertKit or any one of those. Email specific software, email marketing software. Very specifically, their focus as a company is to make sure that your emails get into the user inbox. Statistically, 30% of all the email that is sent is not received by the end user. 30%. That means 3 out of every 10 emails that's sent out is not received by the end user for a number of reasons. Number 1, it could be coming out. It could be on the send end. It could be after you send something, it goes through your gateway to get out. Your gateway could be blocking it. The other way is their ISP could be blocking it. If they have an ISP coming in, that could happen. It could be Gmail blocking it. It could be Hotmail blocking it. It could be just random stuff like that happens. 3 out of 10 emails do not reach the end user. Your the whole way that you are going to grow your business is to have an email list that you can engage with. And if they can't get your emails because you're using something like Top Producer actually has their standards, their specific standards, unrelated to the Can-Spam Act, unrelated to everything else. They have their standards that they apply. They only allow so many emails to go out. If your email has specific wording in it, they won't let it go out. You do not want to use a company that is not an expert in email marketing. MailChimp is free. So I recommend MailChimp. It's free for you to start. That's where you want to go. So you have to know if you want a strong, consistent, and stable real estate business, you got to be both capturing short-term and nurturing long-term leads. And that's what all these things do. From your email to your website, to your landing page software and the training that you need to have and your Facebook budget, all of those pieces work interchangeably. When you go door knocking, when you're first starting out, you're going to put people into your email software. You're going to send them stuff. When people are on Facebook, you're going to drive them to your website. When people are on your email, you're going to drive them to your website. From your website, you're going to drive them to your email. From your website, you're going to drive them to Facebook. You're going to have all of this big, huge, circular, chaotic, seemingly web going on because you want to catch them in your web. So these 5 places are very, very, very important that you are spending your money. And seriously, the most important of all of these is your training. You need to get training that exposes the gaps, the real gaps in your business, not training that tries to convince you to use a different CRM than you're already using, or a different photo source than you're already using, or a different whatever. You need training that fills in the gaps. So you're not wasting your time buying products from vendors for whatever reason, because you think, yeah, I need this lead. But instead of looking at it like, yeah, I need leads, you look at it, where are my gaps? This is why it's really easy for me to not even go to the expos or go to any of the vendors and stuff. I skip past all of them because I don't have a gap outside of me, my activities. I don't have a gap in my business currently. I do know that there is a point, I'm sending so many emails now that there is a point where I'm going to have my own private IP address. I know that's my next step, but I already know my solution for that. So for you, if you are not sending emails on a consistent basis and you don't have an email marketing software, that's a gap in your business. So you only look at the places where you have gaps. How do you know where the gaps are? You know the gaps from the training you get. You know the gaps when you know there's a holdup. Are you holding something up because you're not doing a task? Can you hire someone to help you with that task? And I'm not talking about your relationships. I'm talking about tasks. And so what I mean by that is you need to be the voice on everything you do. You need to be the voice on your Facebook posts. You need to be the voice on your email marketing, etc. But someone else could put all the pieces together for you and send it out, as long as you are the voice on it. You're the one actually doing the writing of the post, or you're doing the writing, but they can put all the other stuff together for you. You don't have to be the one putting the links in stuff and gathering links and gathering all that kind of stuff. You just show up and do your thing. That makes sense? Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. All right, so the top 5: Facebook budget, training, landing page software, lead pages specifically, website, and email marketing software. All 5 of those. That's what you need if you're going to use online lead generation. And let's face it, if you want to be a realtor who's in business in 2019 or 2020 or 2021 or beyond, you have to be running your business with online lead generation as a very strong foundational piece to your business. Face-to-face alone, not going to work anymore. You have to have it combined with online lead generation, period. That's how you're going to grow, because that's where people are getting in front of you because of this. So that's the goal for this. That's this whole videos, trainings that I'm doing this month. I really want you to dominate. And so we're going to work on this. So what's the first step? The very first step is join me inside the vault and Leads and Leverage. The link is in the description of the video. Come in and join us. We're diving into lead generation this month inside of Leads and Leverage, and we're going to go deep. We've got what's working now with members who are bringing in leads like they're so overwhelmed with leads. They're not sure what to do. So that's what we're working on that with them and helping them convert those leads, et cetera. We've got people who are now, they're just on the come list me wagon. That's all they get. They just come list me calls. That's all they do. We've got other people who don't even have to spend, they spend $1 a day on their Facebook budget and they're getting a closing every single month from it. That's what we're doing inside of Leads and Leverage. So if you want to come in and join me. The link is in the description. It's to the vault. Lots of archived trainings that are available for you, especially Facebook Lead Generator and the Art of Nurture, huge amounts. And of course, Leads and Leverage inside the membership. So guys, do you have any questions? Rick you're welcome thank you for joining, Rick. Richard says, what about Canva? That's not one of my top 5 specifically, but yeah, you could totally use Canva. I mean, people use them for images, etc. I happen to use PicMonkey and their new beta version. But yeah, it's not one of the top 5 as far as lead generation. It's a tool you'll use to enhance the different things that you put out for your lead generation, but it didn't make my top 5 because it wasn't an actual People can use other things. Like you could just flat out take pictures and not use any photo software. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Hi. I say hi to everybody. So I'm going to come back. Where's the link? The link should be right in the description of this video. If you click see more, actually here, I will also put it in comments if it will let me. Hold on. Let me see if it's going to let me put it in comments. Yes, it will let me put it in comments. There you go. So come join me in the vault. And then tomorrow, guys, tomorrow we're talking about something that's like, whoa, it's kind of hitting the fan right now. Guess what's hitting the fan right now? I don't know. Most of you should have heard about this as real estate agents. If you use Back at You Media or Real Estate Agent Directory or any of those auto posting like real estate information services, and you have been posting to your personal profile, starting tomorrow, August 1st, you will not be able to use those services to post to your personal profile. You will have to use them only for your Facebook business page. And I know there's a lot of disappointed agents out there because they feel like they only get business from their personal profile. They don't feel like they get business from their business page. So we're going to talk about that new rule because it's a feature that Facebook has turned off finally. And I'm going to talk to you about how to get your Facebook page set up so that you can actually generate leads from it. That's the point of it, right? To generate leads from this, to get that Facebook page working, because our profiles, people already know us, but our page, people don't know us. So how do we get people to know us, like us, and trust us, and engage with us? That's on tomorrow. So if you want to make sure that you're getting notified of these live trainings all through August, all you have to do is type, send me this stuff down in the comments, and then go over to your messenger, talk to Ribbit. Like say hi to Ribbit. He's our messenger bot. Say hi to him or whatever he says to tell you, and get this, because you have to opt in. So if you want me to tell you when I'm going live, which will typically be about 10 a.m. Pacific every weekday throughout the month of August, there are one or two exceptions due to already scheduled items that I could not reschedule. But typically it'll be 10 a.m. Pacific for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to walk you through kind of quick mini trainings on what to do, when to do it, etc. And tomorrow we're going to start with what do you do with not being able to post that kind of stuff on your personal profile anymore? Like literally it is turned off by Facebook. What do you do? I'm going to show you. All right, you guys, I will see you inside the vault. Come join us. You guys are awesome. I will see you in there. And also, I will be answering, if you have questions in the comments, I'm going to come back through in the next couple minutes and answer your questions as much as possible. Or if I can't answer it fully, I will point you to one of the trainings that I've done that answers it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. I love doing these. You energize me beyond belief. And I get fired up when I see people, I don't know, mistreating you, I guess, or leading you astray. And I realize that everybody has businesses that they want to run, but I just don't want you wrongly spending your money. I really want you in control of your business. I don't want a broker controlling you, a franchise controlling you, a vendor controlling you. I want you in control of your business. This is your business. It is no one else's. Don't let anybody else make you think that you have to have these things, certain things. Everything I recommend is something that you need to own separate from your brokerage, separate from your franchise, so that you actually own it, so that you can control it, because this is your business and you're building a business. And I don't want you to be part of the 87% that fails. Okay, you guys, you're awesome. Again, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.